bottom line, Your Honor, is this case ultimately boils down to speech.
So this was the argument to Supreme Court about not shutting TikTok down on the 19th. You know, if the Supreme Court has any legitimacy, then they should really put this on hold until after Trump is elected. Trump wants to make it work because there's 170 million Americans that use TikTok. And this is all, what it all comes down to is the algorithm. That's the reason they want them to divest from ByteDance, is because they want them to go with somebody like an Elon Musk or somebody in Silicon Valley so they can control the algorithm, just like Elon Musk controls the algorithm on X. I mean, there's a reason that Elon Musk bought Twitter when he did, and it wasn't because he wanted to offer you free speech. It was because he needed all of his cronies in the alternative media to carry on about what a free speech absolutist he is, so that it would get people away from TikTok. Yeah, I noticed that because I came across so many videos that were supposedly Trump, supporters. And they were, once Elon bought Twitter, when I started hearing those people that I thought were everyday people on TikTok, and they were, it's just they certainly had an agenda, but they would say, I can't say what I want to here. You're going to have to find me on X. They were pushing people to go to X. And so then you had your Glenn Becks, your Patrick Bet-David, Megyn Kelly. You had all those people doing their routine. They're parroting about Elon Musk, the free speech absolutist, to hopefully move people away from TikTok. Because TikTok, in all reality, even though it aggravates the hell out of me, okay? Even though when I first got on it a couple years ago, it was way better. Its algorithm is different, and that doesn't please Silicon Valley and the military-industrial complex. It doesn't, because you actually can see who you can tell if you're being shadow banned. Well, you can tell that on any platform, but you actually will get followers on TikTok. So it ends up highlighting that YouTube, Facebook, X, that all of them are shadow banning. Because how can you go? Because I've had my biggest followers on TikTok, like most people have. That's the reason people stay on TikTok. They always seem to take me down once I reach about 20,000 followers. For whatever reason, that's when they cut me. But I would never get I don't even get to 200 followers on any U.S. social media. So see, it ends up exposing all of them, including X. So just ask yourself, all those people that say that those alternative podcasters that have praised Elon Musk, no, he was meant to pull as many people away from TikTok as possible. And he had people on TikTok and in all that alternative media pushing this idea that he's the free speech absolutist when he never has been. Sadly, the American companies, because it goes through Silicon Valley, their algorithm prevents you from, it prevents people like me who, I'm not asking for subscribers. I don't get on here and say, buy me a cup of coffee. I don't, even though I could use the money, okay? I mean, everybody could use money these days, but I don't ask people for money. I don't do any of that. I just speak the truth. But in America, the Republicans and Democrats in the Congress and the House don't want me to have that opportunity. They want me to believe that I get free speech as long as it's not tied to ByteDance. Which is why your Republicans in the House and the Senate have carried on and praised Elon Musk as well. Because they too are doing their duty to get you to believe that no, Elon Musk is a free speech absolutist. Yeah, you don't need to be on TikTok. Let's get as many of those 170 million Americans over here on X where they really have free speech. Think about all of your medias that have all of those medias alternative and otherwise. Just think about them. You've come across them. You have, because they parrot. They have all pushed that Elon Musk is a free speech absolutist. All pushed that bullshit so that you would leave TikTok and think, I mean, because initially they tried to scare people with TikTok, because I didn't go on TikTok initially, because back when Trump was in office, he was saying they should divest, but I don't think he ever really wanted that. Again, he plays this 5D chess kind of game, because now he wants to make sure it doesn't go away. I mean, he was on it all through his running. I think he's always supported it. I think he knows it's the only true place where most Americans have a voice. Again, because any average American can get, whether a Democrat or Republican, or even to anybody who's not about politics, can get, thousands and thousands of followers. You cannot get that on any American platform, not unless you're meant to have those followers, which is why I said that those podcasters that you see that have millions and millions of followers, they have those millions and millions of followers because they are controlled opposition. They will stay within the right framework, which part of what that framework is they must push that Elon Musk is a free speech absolutist, because TikTok has always been a threat to the social media in America. So, if we have that woman on the Supreme Court, okay, that doesn't even know she's a woman, okay, because she's all into that DEI stuff. What's her name? Not Kagan, Jackson. She's that newest one, Jackson, okay? But also Amy Coney Barrett, okay? She's the one, well, you didn't hear, I'll duet this whole video that I'm stitching, but, or I'll duet, there's another one that's longer, and they keep trying to turn it back to, no, because this attorney says, no, come January 19th, he says it will go dark, because it'll just be gone. So that is what your Republicans and your Democrats have helped. So because of this is why this is in front of the. So just think, they violate our First Amendment, and they use this bullshit of China and our safety and ByteDance, which is just bullshit. It's always been bullshit, because ByteDance, for whatever reason, has been the algorithm that has allowed average Americans to have a voice. That's what Elon Musk, that's what Silicon Valley, that's what the military-industrial complex, that's what the Democrats and the Republicans there in Babylon, Washington, D.C., that's what the alternative media people you follow, that they have all supported silencing Americans, even if they've done it just because they're told to or just because they believe it. Are they that stupid? No, TikTok has been a threat to our government, to all of those podcasters, to all of them. If you, anybody who's paid attention since 2020, in 2020, I guess near the end of 2020, there was a mass removal on YouTube of so many, especially people that had followed Q, but just massive amounts of people. Massive. And some of those people you think are on your side, but they're not. They just play that role because, I was removed too. But they also then have been people like Alex Jones who have gone on to do the same thing all the media does, which is parrot that we can't separate Trump and Musk. Because it's all about getting you, the average American, not to be allowed to have a voice, to believe bullshit that X is a free speech platform when they shadow ban. But TikTok doesn't. And for the very Supreme Court to think that they should even mess with this just shows they don't even, I don't even think many of them understand our Constitution, because what their decision will decide is ultimately whether they will allow us to have free speech, the citizens. see what happens.